How's it going, everyone? Unretired here, and today I'm going to showcase another build for you guys, and today it will be a witch hunter build. So a witch hunter is an occultist and a nightblade together. So I'm just going to show you stats, skills without gear, then I'll put the gear, show you what I have, and then I'll show you the devotion and a bit of the gameplay. So we'll make this a quick enough video. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining everything. It's just a showcase. I've just been goofing around with it basically. So as of right now, I have 906 physique, 652 in cunning, and 483 in spirit. Obviously spirit is to be able to put some really good rings and or medals or your amulets. Cunning obviously for weapons, because you'll be using some quick weaponry, and for physique obviously for physical requirements for your gear, and for health. As you can see, it's quite low in health, 6612, that's without gear, and obviously there are some devotion points put into there as well. But let's get to the skills themselves. So occultist, it'll be quite straightforward. 15 to the points here into stats. I put 11 points into Soleil's Witchfire. Have a hard time saying that word. Don't be against me on that one. It is your choice to max this out and or put some points into second rank. All depends on how your gear is, and really if you want to put points into it compared to what I'm doing. I put 11 into 12 points, mostly because that's what I had left. I kind of distributed points a bit here and there, but I do have 11 on 12. I put max into Blood of Dreeg, and 11 out of 12 in Aspect of the Guardian. Pretty easy to self-explanatory there, right? Now for Nightblade, so 50 points into the stats portion. I put one into dual blades just so I can dual wield. I put 2 points into Belgothian Shears, 4 into Nidala's Hidden Hand, 2 in Amaris's Quick Cut, 2 in Whirling Death, and 3 in Execution. Now with gear and whatnot, of course I'll be having way more points and everything in both classes. So having put 1 point is really not going to make a huge big deal, but once we see all the points added, it adds up. 1 point into Shadow Strike. Big note, Shadow Strike got nerfed tremendously. I forget which patch, if it was the patch that just came or a patch before, especially for cooldown wise. It kind of killed builds that use Shadow Strike, such as one of the builds I showcase on the channel. Anyways, 12 points into Nidala's Justify Ends, 1 into Nightfall, 7 into Pneumatic Burst, and thanks for the person that suggested how to say that, Pneumatic Burst. Took the breath of Bekolthian, sorry. Shadow Dance, obviously maxed that out just to get that defensive ability and 20% chance to avoid melee attacks and projectiles. 7 in Veil of Shadow, 2 in Night's Chill, 1 in my WTF skill, Blade Barrier. If you played WoW, we'll just put as your, remember people say your Q, well this will be kind of like your Q, it's your Blade Barrier. This is what will save your bum when you're low on HP, and it'll regain while giving you some Pierce Retaliation. Now I put 4 into Phantasmal Armor, into 4 into Anatomy of Murder, and 5 into Merciless Repertoire. So as you can see, the build is a huge mix of melee, chaos, and poison. So you'll be doing quite a bit of damage, substantial, I won't say up close AoE damage because of your melee skills, and dot over time, DOT, so basically damage over time skills. Now if we put all the gear on, which I'll just show you, so I have an Undying Oath and Metal, so gear requirements obviously, but if you can't have this gear, not a problem, do compensate with your skills, devotions, and components, okay? I just want to get that out of the way. Undying Oath, I have a Blade Breaker Sash, Venom Spire Greaves, Deathmark Shoulder Guards, pretty great pants. I love those pants, pretty good. Deathmark Jacket, the Death Marked Hood. And as you can see, I'm already at 3 out of 5. Now we will have your weapon here, Death Mark Claw. You don't necessarily need it, but the 4 set bonus of +2 to all skills in Nightblade is super good. So I'll be putting that. The Venom Slash Blade, the Viper Fang Grips. Now this is where it's really up to you what kind of what kind of gear you want to put in. I have the open Hand of Mercy and the Closed Fist of Vengeance. I just really love having these rings, especially when you're melee. For the players that know what I'm talking about, they're very good rings, both together. Individually they're okay, but together they're amazing. It gives you these 2 set bonus, obviously, and Sealed Fate. So you seal the so 100% chance on enemy death, 2% plus 124 HP restored, 8 offensive ability, 8% defensive ability. So percentage both of. For my amulet, I chose a Peerless Eye of Baranath because 1, it gives me good crit, plus 12% crit, 99 offensive ability, increased HP regeneration. The elemental resistance roll on this one is 18%, which is really good, and +1 to all skills. Super good. Now for relics, this is really up to you on how you want to go for relics. I chose Malediction. Casting aside the casting speed, 50% poison acid resistance, very good. The spirit, obviously, 104% poison damage with 19% increased duration, is very good for your DOTs, and plus 81% acid damage and 140 poison damage over 5 seconds. And what's even better is the Malediction, which is the granted skill. So as you can see, the granted skill is pretty good. 25% chance of 30% slow target 5 seconds. The acid damage, percent of acid damage, poison damage, and the poison retaliation is quite good. I get a completion potion of 22% cold damage on the roll, but on this one, which is quite good because Nightblade does do a minimal and or substantial amount of cold damage, depending how your build is. Now let's look at our skills here. So as you can see, it substantially went up. As you can see here, especially 22. See, we're going up there. And for Occultist, obviously the 1 point, and the points obviously for Blood Jig. Excellent. So let's go into Devotion. So Devotion, after I've done everything, I still have 2 points left in the Crossroads for 5% health and 18 defensive ability. I took Tortoise. I'll just say it, Turtle, okay? Because some of you like really don't like my spelling or how I talk. So I took the Turtle one, obviously with the Turtle Shell skill. I have 3 points into Lion, okay, like that. Now what's going to be really interesting are the remainers. I took Rat, so we can go here like that. Most of them will be poison, acid, and chaos damage, chaos vitality damage. Akron Scorpion, and the Scorpion Sting, which I binded to Whirling Death. I have only 1 point of Eye in the Guardian. This is what an extra point what I had left. Spider, so like that. 4 points into Ghoul, which is an interesting constellation itself. Convert attack. Leech, that stuff. Ghoulish Hunger, quite good. Just bind a pneumatic burst onto that. Manticore, which is OA, adds more damage to your core skills. And your Acid Spray, which I put to Amaster Quick Cut. Now, Behemoth, so, health regeneration, gives you health, all that good stuff that we already know about. I binded Blood of Drig onto that. And the most amazing one is Abomination. Just the constellation itself. Just look at that. Just look at that. Really great art, by the way. So yeah, just look at that. Really good damage. Good skills. Abominable Might. I put on Abigailfian Shears. Just amazing. And Tainted Eruption I put on Shadow Strike. Excellent. So let's put everything on here. Alright, and let's go fight some mobs. I'll just go and give you a quick look here. Where am I gonna go? Let's go for this. So it's not the most defensive character in the game, but it does good damage in my humble opinion. Yeah, I'm not really having difficulty. That was a hero right there. Okay. Really having much difficulty beating enemies. Now, if we're talking about a boss, is this the strongest character for boss fights? Not if you're looking for burst damage. Obviously, this will be more of a go in, go out because of poison, especially for the bosses. But from regular mobs, there's nothing really special. I would have to say. Just goes to here. You'll have a bit more trouble with tankier mobs, and a bit more trouble with your energy because you're always like fighting, right? There is one thing that I forgot to mention, is that on one of your weapons, I would have to say maybe on the Venom Slash more than anything else, to put the component Shard and Baronath. This would be your default skill for attacking, which is right here. Right? Shard of Baronath. Baronath's Fury. When you put the component, that's the skill that you get. Look at that. And if I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight. I'll do my QQ. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's pretty easy build. Gear-wise, I mean, it's a bit harder, obviously, to get the gear requirement. Once you have all the gear, or close to having the gear, especially with the devotions as well, it'll be super easy. You'll be going to mobs like crazy, just like this, where like non-stop. You might stop moving, but yeah, it's really good. I like the build. Like I said, not the best for defensive ability, but for offensive ability, very good against bosses. I'll be going in and out, very on a constant basis, but still fun. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Do let me know if there's any comments about the build. What would you make it different? How would you play this character? I'm interested to hearing what you have to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.